welcome to Chortle Games Live, and welcome back for another forward-compatible segment. My name is Steven, and this is, in case you haven't heard, one of the million times that we've said this over the past few weeks. This is a segment we're doing called Forward Compatible, in which I pick a game that I have not played in at least 5 years. I talk about it in a preview podcast, like I did today. Hey Andrew, hey Hayes, thanks for tuning in, guys. And I talk about how I remember the game, and then now I'm not seeing the live stream. Hey Andrew, could you text me the link to the live stream? I'm not getting it on my phone. And then I play the game for the rest of the week. And at the end of the full week, I do a review of it, and I see if it's as good as I remember it being. And this is one that I'm really excited for. I said in the podcast today that this game is one of the games that actually made me come up with this entire segment idea. So obviously I've been waiting to do this one, and it's a spooky game, kind of sort of. It's more of a suspenseful thriller, but let me turn down the mic gain a little bit. There we go. Guys, please let me know how the audio is on your end. That would be great. But no, I'm definitely ready to get this one going. Probably the only spooky game we're going to be playing all of October, but it's a good one. Give me a sec while I'm texting a few people that asked me to let them know when I was going live. Figure I can give you guys some time to trickle in a little bit. You know, I'm already noticing something about this game, and that is I forgot that the music was good. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Andrew, if that was kind of low. Let me pull that up. Speech volume, let's have that. Let's bring up music. I forgot that the music was good, though. There's actually a band called Poets of the Fall in this game. They cameo as an actual group of old metal rocker kind of these how would I describe that? They're like a group of old bikers that are also a rock band in this game. it's pretty great. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Jake said that he's posted, so I think we're good to go. All right. Yeah, I'm excited, Andrew. The scene where I'm not gonna spoil it. There's a scene though where you have to survive a horde while a song by them is playing, and it's one of the better action segments. But let's go. We're gonna play on normal. Not here to challenge myself. I'm here to enjoy the game.
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer.
Audio is quiet. All right, I will pull it up as soon as this cutscene finishes. Also, that was very much a Stephen King quote.
But this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there. I'd seen the hitchhiker too late. He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again.
Hey, Brandon. And hey, Anna.
Suddenly, his body was gone.
Oh, I forgot that this...
Shocked from the
Oh.
I could hardly stand my feet.
No, I do not want to reverse that. Okay, let me pull up the audio a little bit. Manuscript, that's the word I was looking for in the stream today. Alright. Alright. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And we're gonna bring up this audio a little bit. Right there. Alright. That should be significantly better. But I forgot that this game plays like a TV show. Like, it takes place in episodes, and there's like recaps to the previous chapter. Like, it feels like the Twilight Zone. The character designs are pretty good, but like the graphics that I remember being beautiful in this game are like the atmospheres.
The lighthouse. I knew there was something
Hey,
important
Joey.
waiting for me there.
Just the world around here just looks really good, especially during the
The
daytime.
bridge had collapsed. I'd have to find another way to the lighthouse.
But I'll get to that later, I'm sure. I remember that, like, because so much... Yeah, I'm impressed with what I'm seeing so far, Andrew. All right, tab is shoulder switch. That's going to be important. But I remember that, like, daytime... Hey, it's a poster. Have you seen this man? So this is currently a nightmare that Alan has, that he frequently has. Oh.
You don't even recognize me, do you, Ryder? You think you're God? You think you can just make up stuff? Play with people's lives and kill them when you think it adds to the drama? You're in this story now, and I'll make you suffer.
Goodness.
It would be a single readable sentence in your books if it wasn't for your editor. You'll never publish another one of your shitty stories, 'cause I'm gonna kill you.
This was made back in 2010.
Stories are any good. Not like they have any artistic merit. You're a lousy writer. Cheap thrills and pretentious shit. That's all you're good for. Just look at me. Look at your work.
This is such a nightmare that, like, a writer would have. No, my sentence structure. It's awful. A QR code. Okay, somebody do something with that and tell me what happens, please. I'm gonna hold the camera here for a few seconds. I'm gonna give it 10 seconds. Somebody do something with that QR code, please. If it will work. All right, moving on.
You missed your deadline.
Thank you, Hayes. Not the deadline.
You can't stop me.
Oh. Oh, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be difficult with a keyboard.
I realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
How does it feel to die by the hands of your own creation?
All right. Sometimes Alan can look kind of goofy because of his jacket. Because he just always looks like he's on his way to teach at a college. Because he's got that tweed jacket. Who are you? Okay. So nothing too spectacular. But still, that's a neat little thing they did.
Quickly, get inside! There's no time to lose! Oh no! Stop! No! Damn it, die! No! No! No!
Ooh.
I was trapped. There was no way out.
Okay. Oh gosh. Oh.
The cabin was a death trap. I had to get out.
Tom the Poet. Okay. Something's on the TV.
Follow the light.
Oh, it's a reflection. That's what's on the TV.
You are hurt. You should go into the light. You are only safe there.
Thanks for trying, Brandon. I appreciate it.
Well done. I have something important to tell you. It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
No.
Me reading poetry. No, I don't understand.
I entered your dream to teach you. The darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now. When it feels you coming, it will wake up. There's no time. I can only show you the most important thing.
God?
Presence. You can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from all harm. Only light can drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light.
A flashlight just descended from heaven.
Toward him and burn the darkness away.
Let me tell you, Duracell missed a prime opportunity
Darkness no longer protects him.
to cross-promote with this game.
Controlling him. He can't be saved.
Or some other battery
He's
company.
still your enemy. Here, take the gun.
Now you'll die.
So, okay. Interesting. So, the reticle is, the beam of my flashlight. So, the beam serves more than just the purpose of
Good.
burning off the darkness, it's also my means of aiming.
That is all. I will give
Maybe
you
that's who's talking to me, it's the Energizer Bunny.
In the night,
Alan, just be sure you keep going.
was taking over.
And going.
The
And
lake was
going.
the last safe place on Earth.
Alright.
You made me this way, and now I'm gonna
Oh. Oh, hey. Oh gosh. I don't remember if it was a thing to tap the reload button to reload faster in the console version. Oh my god! Oh shoot. Okay. spooked me a little bit. Oh, here we go. Flare gun. You guys are about to see what I was talking about in the podcast. Press 1 to switch between guns and throwables. Is that what it said? Let me look up the controls. I didn't see what it said. Key bindings. Throw is middle mouse button. Select flare. Okay. Cool. Got it. Let's go.
Just like.
Ready for this? God, I love it. Flare gun. Best weapon in the game. Only game you can ever say that about. Did he die?
I can keep this up forever.
There's a poster of one of my books on the billboard. I think it's a very clever way to do a tutorial for the game, especially for the character. It's fitting to do like a writer's nightmare. It's a good way to introduce you to the mechanics of the game while still allowing the game to start off the way it does when he wakes up.
Baby, just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
So, I'm probably gonna reference this many times. Yeah, the character models have aged a good bit, but like the world, there it is, Bright Falls. It looks gorgeous. Like the daytime in this game, I remember when I played it first, thinking that the daytime segments were just super comforting, and they really got that across so well, because whenever you're fighting the darkness, it's at nighttime. So the daytime is like a time of peace to look around and see how beautiful the town actually is.
Go stand next to that old gentleman there. I want a shot of you with the town in the background.
Sure. I'll even give you a title for the shot. A city boy, moments before he got eaten by a bear. Hi.
Hello there. You picked a good time to visit our town. Deerfest is just 2 weeks away.
Deerfest, huh? Did you hear that, honey?
You have a lovely wife, if you don't mind me saying. I'm Pat Maine, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Alan Wake.
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an avid reader myself. I hope this isn't too presumptuous of me, but I'm the night host at the local radio station. Any chance I could get an interview?
Look, Mr. Maine, I'm on vacation. In fact, I'd appreciate it if we could keep my being here just between the
If
two
you could
of us.
just keep it between us, that'd be very woke of you.
Fair enough. You can trust me to be the same.
What would Alan Wake's fan club be
Change your
called?
mind, though. I hope you two have a lovely holiday.
Very nice. I got a couple of really good ones.
Like the in-game character models look
That's cute.
Right.
better than the cutscene models.
Yeah?
Hey, bestseller, how's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah.
Oh, Barry!
Giving you trouble?
I forgot about Barry.
I'll make sure that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Great, great. Just want to make sure you can relax and recharge. So, how is the place? Has it gotten your creative juices flowing?
Barry, we're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to
Wakies?
make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem.
Wakers awakened?
Okay. Just looking out for you, buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you
I'm
too.
trying to incorporate woke in there.
You know he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Barry is Barry. I can always turn off the phone.
What did I tell you?
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
So, stay awake.
We're here. Come on, let's get back to the car.
Barry, I remember the thing that I could not shake about him is that he reminds me so much of Bobby Moynihan from Saturday Night Live. When you guys see him and like hear him talk at the same time, I really hope that I'm not crazy for thinking this now, but like I swear they're making an Alan Wake TV show, and if they get Barry to be played by Bobby Moynihan,
All you have to do is...
it's gonna be fantastic.
We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us. I'll
So-
go fill her up while you get the key. I'll pick you up here in, say, 15 minutes.
Sure.
So this first part, like the dialogue,
Alan, thank you for coming here with me.
I love you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave.
yeah, they're making a show on Netflix, Andrew. It's gonna continue the story of the game.
I'd forgotten there were still places like this.
Hey, it's me.
Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake, Alan Wake. Oh, God, I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment. I can't believe it. I've got all of your books. I got the cutout from the bookstore when they took it out of the window.
And you keep it here. Well, okay.
That's better than keeping it at home.
Right.
Try the
So
coffee.
much for a quiet
Just
vacation.
don't blame me when you fall in love, because it'll break your heart when you have to leave.
Rusty here is no longer human. Nothing but black coffee.
What a weird thing to say to a
Yeah,
person.
that makes two of us.
So, something I'm noticing already.
Are you
The
staying long, Mr. Wake?
Stop interrupting me, Rose.
Having a conversation with Alan Wake.
It's not really a conversation if you're the one doing all the talking. Jeez.
Are you on your own?
Oh my god.
I can show you the town if you want. I get off work at 6.
I am married. Look at my hand. Do I have a
We'll be
wedding
sure
ring
to
on?
keep that in mind.
I think he does have. I thought I saw a wedding ring. I don't know. Anyway, no longer human. He is now a shadow man. So something I'm noticing about this is that the cutscene dialogue is really rushed. Like it feels like it doesn't have time for itself, if that makes sense. But like the in-game dialogue feels like it has a better pacing, if that makes sense.
Do me a favor.
Yes!
I could really use a tune right now. Coconut, number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to sleep. Bad circulation. Yeah.
Are you serious? Coconut again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable.
So those guys are from Poets of the Fall, I believe. And they did a song for this game.
I'm in the coconut. Drink them both up.
Just because we're brothers, don't think I won't
Good
murder
lord.
you in your
Does that
sleep.
get stuck? Yeah. You need to give it a good solid whack. Yes. That's my favorite tune. Coconut.
Shut your mouth, you demand.
Now that's what I'm talking
Find my
about.
hammer.
Yeah.
This is it. A have died and gone to hell.
I love this. I love this so much. That's gonna get us a copyright claim. The thermos. That's one of the collectibles of this game.
Don't go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
I think I can handle it, ma'am. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to find stuff, to get the key and get out as soon as possible. The waitress was giving me a headache. Overeager fans always did.
I was really hoping that, like, when she talked to me, you know, Alan has the inner monologue, that she'd be like, "You'll be careful in the dark," and then Alan would be like, "I can handle myself, ma'am," and then the voice would say, "I couldn't handle myself. I was barely keeping myself together." Just Alan constantly monologuing against everything he says. That's the women's restroom. Rusty. I'm not sure, Joey. I don't remember Rusty. I remember Barry. We ran into Barry.
Hello?
Or we talked to Barry.
Mr. Stuckey?
Ugh.
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife. I insist.
Thanks.
Cauldron Lake is a special
What's up,
place.
guys?
Very inspiring.
All right.
I'm so happy this could be arranged.
Who? Creepy woman.
You got lucky this time, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark. This really ought to be fixed. And then I must remind Sarah to change the lights at the station. It's been too long already.
Hayes says, by the way, don't be alarmed when the shadow demon starts stroking your foot in your sleep. He's just friendly.
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you alright?
Splendid, splendid! Damn hernia. It swells up like a balloon if I lift anything heavier than a spoon. Yeah, splendid, splendid. It's been a long time gone. Good to see you.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to have a bottle on, would you, Tom?
I wish.
Tom. Oh yeah, that old lady is great. When they called me Tom, as in Tom, was that the poet's name in the dream?
Local musicians. We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They wandered off from his clinic at the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
I missed everything he said because Coconut would not stop.
Bye, Mr. Wake.
Okay. If I pass by this diner tonight and this cardboard cutout's not here,
I had the keys. Alice was outside.
I'm gonna be really nervous that, like, Rose is doing unquestionable things to my cardboard cutout.
Mission accomplished. The key and the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights, just in case.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
That diner was a real nut house.
Can you believe this place? This would make a wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice.
Oh, that's right.
Back home. Okay?
Okay.
Alan's not looking to find his voice. He's looking to run. Alice is trying to help him find his voice.
I wanted to bury my
I forgot about that.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years, not since my last book.
And now the weather. It's gonna be clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while, see those stars winking down at you. It gets pretty dark out here, but they'll light your way.
Yeah, these streams are going to be ridden with copyright claims. This is before they had the foresight to add streamer mode to any games. I love the lighting in this game.
It's gorgeous, Alan.
It's something, all right. Don't
Like-
worry, honey. I'll get you inside safe and sound before it gets dark. And I've
Oh, Alice is afraid of the dark.
I'm okay.
Alice had a phobia, the fear of darkness. I wanted to make sure we were inside with the lights on before sunset.
But just look at that sunset, though. It's gorgeous.
Are you sure you read the directions right? It's nothing like in the brochure. It said near the lake, not on it. Don't get me wrong. This is so much better. It's wonderful. Our own private island.
But like, speaking of the sunset, oh, that's foreboding. But like the sunset in this game, like it's beautiful, but it also is just like foreboding. You know, like it's like get ready, the darkness is coming again. Oh my God, there's so many. So many freaking bird leg cabin. I already have decided that I really need to look up the soundtrack. Because that music that's playing in the background.
Here we go. Let's take a look inside. Come on.
I love it.
It's dark in there. We need lights. Can you figure out how to get the power on, honey?
A shoebox filled with books by Thomas Zane sat on the shelf. I'd never heard of him before. Hello? Anyone here?
Thomas Zane. Tom the Poet? If Alan's never heard of him before, then he probably... It's just like someone from the town. I would think that's the poet. I remember the poet being a big deal. And I feel like he I could totally be getting things crisscrossed, but I feel like he had like a scuba suit or something.
The Deerfest guests have already started to arrive. Just ran into one on the ferry. Famous artist, no less. We'll see if we can rope him into an interview later on. Now let's go to the phones. Caller, you're on KBFF.
Oh my gosh.
It's Rose.
Why, hello, Rose. What's on your mind?
I know who that famous artist was. It was Alan Wake, wasn't it?
Rose,
I just saw him at the diner. Oh, I am so excited he's here.
I'm sure he's glad to be here, too. Well, folks, I guess the secret...
Pat, you traitorous douche.
Great. So much for keeping a low profile.
I love the groan that he did. That's so great. Like, just look at this.
The water was clear but dark. It looked very deep.
Okay.
For a moment, the oppressive feel of the nightmare I had seen on the ferry returned.
Whoa.
Damn.
Yeah, that's...
I needed to get the power running in the cabin.
That's Tom.
There had to be a fuse box or a generator
Right?
somewhere on the island.
Gosh, I love the tone of this game. Later, Hayes. We'll be playing this all week.
The cabin looked like a time capsule from the 60s, or even earlier.
Yeah, no kidding with those sheets. And it's got a calendar that's stuck on 1970. If you're just tuning in, welcome to Forward Compatible. Haven't played this game in 5 years, so I'm seeing if it holds up. Honestly, I'm surprised with how little of this I remember. It may have been longer than 5 years now that I think about it, because I thought I had played this on PC, but according to Steam, I only had like 19 minutes before starting tonight, so who knows. This may be my second playthrough.
There's probably a fuse box or a generator in the shed.
The island had once been the site for a love story. Maybe it would be that again.
What does that say? Can you guys make that out? I can't really read it.
An old generator had been connected to the power cable.
The lights are on. Good work, honey. I'll freshen up a bit and start settling in.
Okay, I'll look around a bit.
Sure thing. Have fun.
I like the portrayal of Alice and Alan's relationship, or at least
it was a beautiful
what I
place.
remember of it.
I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work. I thought we could be happy here.
So ultimately, the story, at least the beginning story, before it gets into the more convoluted light versus darkness, all that kind of stuff.
Alice had told me about Cauldron Lake Lodge. The old building used to be a hotel.
Oh, I feel like I
These
remember
days,
going
it was
there.
no longer open to the public.
But it's a man who is running from his failures, trying to forget, and his wife who sees and understands the greatness that he's capable of and wants to help bring that out of him. And that's just a encouraging portrayal, because I feel like it's usually, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it's usually the man dragging his wife with him on his quest to, reacquire his greatness, and it putting a strain on their relationship. But in this, it's almost flipped to where Alan is trying to forget his failures and be a better husband and find happiness with Alice, but Alice believes in him. I don't know, it's
Alice?
It's a cool portrayal.
Honey?
Alan, I'm upstairs. I have a surprise for you.
Surprise!
Alice? What is this?
Oh.
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past...
Damn, Alice, everyone
Hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists. Maybe...
So now you want to get me committed?
No, it's not like that. That's not...
Oof.
Alan? Alan?
Just don't! I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice! God damn it! I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through.
The reason for that, Brandon, shows up soon, I think.
Damn it. Alice? Alice? Alice! The cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out.
Oh gosh, go! I forgot about the freaking birds.
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
Keep going.
Wake up.
And here we go.
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot.
This is where the game's story truly begins.
Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartmann. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either. The gas station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there.
I don't have a flashlight.
Damn.
Well, at least the guy's smug face on the book is gone, right? This game does atmosphere so well. There's a lot of subtle details that really add to the tension. And Remedy has shown to be experts at that. Like, just if you look at Control, like any of the amount of that game that we've streamed on the channel, they really know how to build suspense and intrigue with the world itself.
Hello? Someone there? The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
All right, I'm going to try to read the manuscripts.
Departure by Alan Wake. The man turned to face me. His face was covered in
Hey, Alico.
shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
Yeah, we're gonna look at all of the pages, and it really helps me that Alan actually reads it out loud. I don't remember that, so remember that. Man with axe, glistening blood of his victim.
Anybody there?
Oh,
Please, I've been in an accident.
all right, no way to go but up.
The lights up ahead were a good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
And this game does a excellent job of showing and showing in favor of telling, or I guess showing in addition to telling. That shade of light right there is kind of used as an objective marker, or just they kind of force you into thinking that light is safe, but specific shades of light especially draw your attention. Just a cool little thing that they did, that another one of those like visual details that I really appreciate.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident. Hey! Hey, you!
Phil!
There's been an accident. I need help. Listen, I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in...
Oh, hell.
Carl Stuckey.
Oh, it's Stucky.
To meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square.
Where's the victim? Oh goodness. Oof. Let's read it.
The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
Huh. Oh. Thought I was gonna have to run. I'll definitely consider it, Alico. That's not a bad idea. I already had the first few picked, but I'll add that to my list, because it's definitely been more than 5 years for me since I last played it. Last time I played it was on PS2. Oh my gosh. But remind me, Alico. In fact, post that on Discord in the Forward Compatible channel. Oh my gosh.
It's the latest thing!
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stucky would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
This game wears its Stephen King influences, like, on its face, basically. Wait. Oh my god. Those were Energizer batteries. This game did promote with Energizer. That's hilarious.
It's the latest in assembly.
Great Falls Sheriff Station. Let me ask.
Oh. Oh. What?
You can see the sights and keep those cholesterol.
I don't know what you're talking about, Alico. Is he gonna throw a freaking bulldozer at me? Oh. Oh my word.
There were more of them.
Oh. Oof.
My head pounded with a concussion. I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt
Hey,
weird
Koloff.
to make me sick.
What is that? There are markings that are only appearing underneath my...
Eerie hand-painted graffiti was
Oh.
Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
I vaguely remember this. There's the flare gun. Okay, cool. We've got our getaway. Hey, Lee Allison. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Forward Compatible. What's your question, Alico? What? Oh, good. I fried the light.
The dark forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
Yeah, I remember that now, Andrew. Oh gosh. Yeah, I am... That's hilarious. Energizer totally put their batteries in this video game. That's... That's amazing. I was just joking earlier. Alright, another page.
Rose knew she had been gushing, but right now, she didn't care. As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alan Wake was literally the high point of her life. She watched as he got in the car with his wife. She was pretty, confident, at ease with Wake. Not like Rose. They were perfect for each other. She'd have given anything to be called their friend.
I love how these manuscripts add context to things that have already happened and things that will happen. That is such a clever tool. Remedy is one of the developers that, like, playing their games to me is like, I have to be able to pay attention, which is why this is honestly going to be a really hard game to stream. Goodness. Because even the collectibles tell a story. But, like, a story that isn't just lore, but also kind of directly applicable to what's happening in the narrative. Do I think Harry Potter pays taxes? You know, Koloff, I can confidently say that I've never thought about that at all. So, I did not think that Harry Potter paid taxes, but now I don't know. Because you've successfully introduced that thought to my head.
I didn't even want to look at the water.
In the design of the world at night, they have this thick fog, which makes the daytime that much more of a reprieve, because at night, not only is there a little light, but also there's just little visibility. Alico, I'm not ignoring you when you don't have something dumb to say. No, Alico, you're not dumb. But I honestly could not care less about the raid right now, or whether or not you called me a poo-poo head, doo-doo head, whatever. I don't have time for it. Where do I go? Okay, there it is, I think. Ooh, spooky. I love the dialogue with the Taken as well. Because they're like stuck.
He was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
They're like stuck on a single thought. So that dude's talking about like the place he ate food, like just like Stucky was talking about like renting out rooms or something. I'm gonna be such a battery hoarder, just watch. Alico, in the words of Kratos from God of Boy, don't be sorry, be better. You've been playing, what, God of War? People keep telling me that I need to play it, and I'm really tempted, but it just, I don't know. I feel like I would enjoy it, but I've never considered Kratos a character that I would want to play personally, but I love his character. More of those energizers. Probably end up going that way.
The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
That's kind of cool. I didn't know that, Alico. Or Kolo, sorry.
There was no power. There was bound to be a generator somewhere at the logging site.
Find a generator. Alright. Thermos! So I believe there are thermoses in Control that are a reference to Alan Wake. And I believe Alan Wake's typewriter that Alice gave him is an object of power from Control. And what's happening here...
All this forestry equipment around, there had to be something I could use to reach the top.
In Bright Falls is considered an altered world event, which is what Control is all about. Alico, this game... it's hard to say what this game's about, but basically it's about it's very inspired by the writing of Stephen King, but it's an original story. It's about a man who is a struggling author who goes to a town to run from his writing because he feels like he can't do it anymore, and then weird things start to happen. His wife disappeared, and he woke up in a car with no memory of how he got there or how long it's been. And that's where we are right now. It kind of does feel like Stephen King fan fiction, but in a completely admirable way. Like, it just understands what Stephen King does well and does a lot of that. Wake attacked by birds?
I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're good now. We got a shotgun. I was just gonna see if it would stop me. So how are you doing, Karlov, if you're still here? I was about to be a little frustrated.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather's absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. You listeners know, I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me wish I could just roam wild. But here I am, and who'd keep you company all night long if I weren't? It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Pat, it's Maurice.
Hello, Maurice. What are you up to?
Well, I was just taking Toby on his walk.
Oh, isn't it beautiful out there?
Sure, but half the reason I called is that Toby heard something rustling in the undergrowth and took off after it.
Probably a rabbit.
Sure. Toby loves rabbits.
Well, sure.
Anyway, I figured that, if one runs into Toby, they could grab him. My number's on his collar.
And Toby's a friendly dog?
Oh gosh. I have a feeling we're gonna find Toby.
Sounds like he went pretty wild there. Great dog, but
Well, Maurice, it's out there now. Hope Toby comes home soon.
Yeah, thanks.
You have a good night now.
Something tells me that... I don't know. I really like those radio clips. But something tells me that we're going to tune in one time and Pat's going to be gone, you know? That'd be very effective. Because I feel like even right then, knowing that like Pat is almost the connection to reality, because this is actually happening in Alan's world. But Pat, and hearing him talk is like, I'm not the only one, you know, I'm not the only one stuck in this nightmare, and that there is safety somewhere. And I feel like eventually, maybe I'm just remembering this. This was first released on Xbox 360, Karlov. But I feel like eventually even Pat's going to be gone. Gosh, that'd be really effective. Wake finds pages.
At first I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice. The gas station was closer now, its light welcoming in the darkness.
Paul makes the best dogs in the state. Barry Mercer is the best with no crumbs. Monster dog is second best. The famous dog is...
Oh, goodness. The fog's getting pretty thick. Oh, no. Oof. Yeah, I don't think we're done. Oof. So I'm not sure if headshots count. Because it's 3 shots to kill, and it doesn't seem to matter if I hit them in the face. Oop, I see another manuscript. Quick, read the page.
I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman.
Q and V are both stupid letters. Alright, okay. Whew. These townsfolk sure have a lot of things to throw. Hey, Austin. Glad you could make it. This game has been... It's exceeded my memories so far. Cool, I'll give Austin a rundown of what's happened so far. I'm running low on ammo. I just realized that. I need to move. Oof. Ow. Ow! I did, Austin. You continue to impress. So there are going to be supplies. What? Oh gosh. I am the word impressive. The dude didn't want to look at water. Beautiful Kolov, A+. Proceed at your own risk. Huh, that's funny. I'm sure it'll go out. I think it's time for a flare. I missed. Yeah, Austin, I did. So these people are overtaken by the darkness of some. It's some kind of darkness, and when they're taken, they are stuck like on their most recent thought or something. So they like just keep repeating nonsense. Oh man, I gotta start using the shotgun.
Immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs.
Night Springs.
Tonight's episode, a quantum suicide. If our lives are already written, it would take a courageous man to change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr. Barclay Colvin is about to demonstrate that very courage.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin, and I'm glad so many of you could join me here at the Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation.
Austin, that's my brother, Andrew, in the chat.
Is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please.
Just so you guys know, I will be watching every episode of Night Springs that appears.
Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, two new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did. With my machine here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait.
What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is, this
He unplugged the machine.
did not happen here.
You're insane, Colvin.
Insane? Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools!
Oh my god!
Quantum immortality. Poor Dr. Colvin. Felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat. Night Springs.
Oh my gosh. So many things. K's upon quantum immortality. That's gonna be my new slogan. Yeah, this game is very Twilight Zone, Stephen King. This game, the first one, I missed a page. Where? Oh, wait. Did I not pick up the one that was longer? Thank you. I even saw it earlier. But that episode of Night Springs shook me. But one second, and we'll read it. But this game feels more like Stephen King writing slash with the execution of a TV show. But American Nightmare, if I remember correctly, really embraces that Twilight Zone TV show kind of feel.
Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help. But I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice.
I'ma die, but I ain't gonna. I'm gonna use the shotgun. I might have to do American Nightmare on forward compatible as well, because I remember really liking that one too. There we go. Whoa, whoa. Oh, shoot. Why wouldn't he dodge? Okay, we're gonna try that again. It was weird. The dodge button didn't work for a second there. Dangerous!
Patience! Oh no. Even with the engine dropping tools! Bounce isn't easy and fatal! Mistake don't make. Count your tools before! Tools forgotten inside your engine has destroyed!
Oh my gosh. Whew.
Stuck Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come.
Yes, Austin.
Reached the lights of the gas station alive.
Oh, Lego Batman's a great game. I remember playing that way back in the day, Koloff. I wonder if it was... That's funny, Austin. They also made shields, right? It's funny because I still don't think I've seen that logo, like the Austin manufacturer logo. That's really cool.
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
I didn't see that. I guess I don't bother to look at manufacturers of anything other than
After the
guns.
insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself. Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy.
So this is how Stucky became dark.
Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
Oh, Koloff, you gotta play Borderlands. It's a good series.
The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here.
That's an interesting way for him to make that connection. I like that.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
There's the oil that spilled in the manuscript page. That's called continuity.
I'll keep writing. Outside there's only
It's me.
darkness.
It's Alan.
Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
There's a map of Bright Falls. E, here we go. Find, oh, there's the phone.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen, I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out.
Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
And that's something that I read in the manuscript. To the word, actually. I think.
Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
Now?
Later, Andrew.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. But the cabin had disappeared.
I'm eating it up, Andrew. This has been great so far.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Oh, cool. Headshots. Austin, this is on Xbox 360 and PC only. But I definitely recommend if you ever have the ability to play it, that you play it. It's great.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me. This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Is that a... I bet that's a Max Payne reference. Those two guns. Austin. That's so sweet of you. You don't have to suck up just because I'm here. Oh, hey, there's my jacket. You know a game does really good at building intrigue and atmosphere when you look to the paintings for clues.
Coffee's
That's
on.
how Control was.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
I'm stuck. Well, it looks like... Can I walk out here? Oh, never mind. I'm trying to read into the paintings. And I honestly might have an answer. But that painting right there is throwing me off. But if you guys are curious, just ask and I'll kind of share my
those cover
thoughts.
mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Wow. All right, so with these paintings, if you look at all of them, this is Alan Wake's penthouse in the city, I assume. And Alan has expressed, obviously in the story, that he feels like a failure, that he can't write anymore. And if you look around the apartment, often for character studies, a character's home is often used as a narrative device to give a deeper look into their psyche, like their mind. All of these paintings, except for one, are in the city. And if you want to, and this is where it gets kind of reachy, I guess, one could say that maybe it's literally the walls closing in on Alan. He is feeling trapped by this high lifestyle, you know, where he's like surrounded by the city, the lights, the fast pace and everything, and it's closing in on him, and it's suffocating him. And this painting throws me off because it's the one painting that takes place outside of the city, and the only thing that I can think of is that maybe because it's the closest to the door. Like it's the only painting that's like serene, you know, and without a building in sight. So maybe because it's the painting that's closest to the door, it expresses that he is looking for a way out, you know? I don't know. Maybe that's a bit too deep looking into just the paintings in this one segment.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Hi, okay.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry.
Why are you spooked? You've got
We'll just
three
break
of
out
my
the
beautiful
candles.
face on the wall.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
All right, let's do it.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
There's something to interact with here. Oh,
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
Man, playing this has already given me so many thoughts for review. Identifying features knack for winning contests. Oh. Is that a person that won a contest to be put in the game, maybe? That's funny if it is.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Oh, thank you.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Oh.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
I thought he quit drinking for good.
Oh, no such luck. He went on a bender and beat Danny pretty badly. He started shouting like that the moment he woke up.
Do it, Kolov. Let me know what happens.
Through that door and down the corridor, Mr. Wake.
Thanks.
Manuscript.
Alice
honest look through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's
Thank you,
no
Call-Off.
sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the brake float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsal today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. James out.
Hey, you! Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong. See, sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk.
That's not surprising, Koloff.
Okay, listen.
It looks like a fake number.
You gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounds like something a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
Alright.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
I told him,
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, "Go through the fence on the left."
Someone was dialing a phone. What's...
The caller had told me to find a hole in the
What's she
fence
doing on the
behind the
computer?
police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
Another radio. It's gonna make these streams go like well, this game playthrough go longer. But I am going to listen to every radio that I see. I'm gonna watch every TV I see. It's just too. I can't not do it. You know, like it's just more world building. I love it.
Time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition. No point in getting all worked up yet.
Okay. There's the hole in the fence over there. Kick.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake.
What's up,
The
Koloff?
thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall in the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak.
let's cut the act now. Where's my wife? Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Oh, he's out. Whoa.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it.
Huh.
It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Huh.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable
What's he doing with his
outing. They
hand?
are not
Oh, it's clipping
accountable
into his
for their
chest.
actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh. Hey, oh my! Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake!
It's literally Bobby Moynihan.
Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do
and
you
everything's
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong.
What flashbacks come
Story
off?
would be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Like the flashback in his apartment. That's from like 3 years ago, I think.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You run cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying there.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic.
He actually remembers that, Koloff. That's from 3 years ago.
Last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
Uh-huh. That's just crazy talk, Al. Al! Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry! They'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Barry's the real MVP.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be Deliverance all over again.
Oh gosh.
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
Gotta get my energizers. So it would appear that my equipment resets every single mission. check out everything.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Walk through the door now.
What a wuss. There it is.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something happened.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
Alice looked through the viewfinder,
that's not it.
lining up the shot.
It's...
The kidnapper fired his
Nope,
gun.
it's
Barry
that.
had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
What was...
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. It wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest. I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Oof.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really.
That was a really awkward long laugh.
I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly that. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not
Your
taking part of
footsteps.
the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
What was that? Four is my favorite Uncharted game, co-op. It's one of my favorite games, like, ever. Uh-oh. Can't have a tire swaying without it, you know, moving itself. It's always got to creepily sway on its own, as if it were haunted. Mine actually goes 4, 3, 2, 1. I personally thought the series only got better with time. I know I'm in the minority thinking that 3 is the second best, but I actually recently played through the entire series on the channel, and originally my order was 4, 2, 3, 1, but I realized that I liked 3 better as a game. Oh, Night Springs.
The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
What? What? Alright, cool. I'll explain that. I'm just waiting for the reflection to like show somebody, and I'm gonna turn and they're not gonna be there. Whew, that would freak me out. Uh-oh. That's gonna be a problem pretty soon. Yeah, I noticed that about Fork a lot, but I think that I think it honestly made the game better, because it would have felt overplayed if it also had a paranormal crisis, because I think the relationship of Sam and Nathan was an important clincher to the story.
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was. The air in the visitor center was heavy with an
Oh no, Rusty dying.
as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Fallen rock zone. So I guess look out for falling rocks.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury. Damn.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me!
I already, wrote in the book that he's gonna die, so I'm just gonna, get supplies before I go experience him dying. Does that make me a bad person?
The ranger's office was locked. I'd need a key to get in.
I completely agree, Kolov. That's why I refuse to play Lost Legacy. Like, I can't do Uncharted after 4 because it ended too perfectly.
I'm back here. Hey, please help me.
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Honestly, this game is great
Couldn't be far.
for
Rusty found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
this game is great for like aspiring writers, people that have trouble putting image to page, because these manuscripts, a lot of the scenes actually happen in the game, so it's almost like you're seeing like a visualization of the page, so you can kind of see thought translated into picture and picture translated into word. Like, if that makes sense. That's a really cool. Gosh, that must be why I was so drawn to it. It's making so much more sense now that I'm playing it.
Was to get the power running and the lights back on. At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Give me that ammo.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Oh.
Rusty!
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Liquid darkness.
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way. Felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain.
So that's how his leg broke.
Suddenly afraid to die alone.
Like, I think that's how he got injured. I love dogs too, Kolov. I don't own one yet, but Anna and I will be getting one once we get a house. Yeah, so Kolov, I think this happened before you tuned in, but basically, Alan, he saw Alice get taken, and then he jumped into the water, like in that quick flashback that we keep seeing, and then he woke up in a car, not knowing how he got there or what had happened, and that was, I think, 7 days later than the last thing he remembered. And in that amount of time, he wrote the events that were to happen later on. So Alan wrote in that manuscript, in the pages that we are finding, what was going to happen in the days following when he would wake up.
I just need hunting licenses.
Residents need hunting licenses. Okay. Yeah, basically the world has become his book. And honestly, Control, the newest game by Remedy, also welcome back, Andrew, explains that Alan Wake's typewriter, which is what we see him on the TV writing with, is a object of power. So it could be an object of power that can literally bend reality itself to what is typed within it, which is super cool.
Had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
I remember when I first played this part, and he said something tore a mammoth-sized hole in the wall, I went, oh no, and slowly turned, expecting that thing to be gone, and the darkness to have consumed the giant mammoth.
Fishing is only permitted for those visitors who purchase a park fishing license. Obey the park ranger's instructions at all times.
Rusty, no!
Never go closer than 100 yards. To bears and wolves, never approach any other wildlife closer than 25 yards. Pets must be leashed at all times. Never leave your pet unattended. It is against the law to remove any natural objects or historical artifacts from the park. This includes even rocks you may find along the river, or even simple berries.
I liked Rusty. He was an okay guy. Oh. I really like how this game handles hip fire. It makes it totally viable. Because the shots always land where your flashlight is landing. So I can still aim effectively. Alright, I guess I'm just going down. So who's tuned in right now?
What the hell was that? I saw from the window. I saw something.
Give me a thumbs up in the chat or something.
It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
So I've got another safe light. I really like
In
these
that last instant of
pages.
consciousness,
They
Ruster
give me a
thought about
break.
Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Dang. Gosh, way to make me feel like crap. For your safety, stay on designated hiking trail. I bet I'm about to go off the designated hiking trail.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Interesting. Did that say? Ah, that, yeah. Oh, by the way, Andrew, regarding the Division update, it comes out tomorrow for pass holders. Not today. Call of Left 4 Dead is a up to 4-player co-op zombie shooter where you basically play the role of one of 4 survivors, and you have to go from point A to B, A being the starting point of the level, and B the safe house. And you go from starting to safe house, and then on the next level you go from safe house to safe house, and so on until you go from, at the final level of that episode, from the safe house to the escape. It is like, it set the standard for how to do like a co-op zombie shooter. To this day, people still play it. Very good game. Well, Andrew, if you got room for one more, I might insert myself. Oh, wait. I can't because of Alan Wake. Almost forgot who I was for a second there. That can just moved itself. Oh my god! That music cue! Ugh. Oh shoot! I pressed dodge! Dodge! There we go. I would very much appreciate that, Andrew, because I think I'll be done with Alan Wake by then. And I'll be wanting to do some Killing Floor by then. It spooked me, Kolov. Like, it sent a chill down my back. If you're just tuning in, don't be shy. Say hi in the chat if you'd like. My name is Steven. This is Forward Compatible. I haven't played Alan Wake in 5 years. Honestly, it's probably been more now that I'm playing. It really feels like it's been an eternity since I played this game. But this is the first live stream of a few that are going to happen this week, and these live streams are going to culminate in me doing a review on Monday, a week from today, of whether or not this game held up to how I remember it. And so far, it's exceeded my expectations.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan
Hello,
that Al
Carla.
hated. But she really tried to help. She was smart, too. Knew a lot about what was going on in the town. Knew a lot about Al. Even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
That kind of reads into how Barry feels about Alice. Because I think there's tension there. I kind of alluded to it when Alice said that Barry wasn't going to get to touch the proofs that she made. In that one flashback. Where are you? I know someone's watching me. Oh my gosh, I don't like this. Yeah, I feel like I'm being followed. Is that a spooky clown following me, Koloff? Oh, shh. Oh my gosh. Ow. Ooh. Trying to pincer attack me. Oh. Trying to dodge every few seconds just to be sure that I'm safe. Whew. That went pretty well, actually. Okay. Did the light just... Oh, no. Oh, come on, come on. Come on. Ha! Thank goodness, more ammo.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
I love how the manuscript... I just love the manuscripts, like the mechanic of them. Because not only do they add context and lore, but they also act as a tutorial if you pay attention. And that's just really cool. It's really cool, really clever. I feel like that... Oh yeah, that fall would kill me. Bear alert. Is there a taken bear? Oh gosh, is there a taken bear? Is that what? Oh. I don't have any flares. Oh, shoot. Whew. What? Yeah, I deserved that. I don't think I can dodge the big boy. Whose shirt is that? Why did I say the word shirt so weird just then? Come on. Oh. That was tough. Through tree. Is that an instruction or a name? It's the through tree. This is where the thermos that I saw earlier is, I think. Yeah.
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
Agent Nightingale. Okay. I don't remember Agent Nightingale. Remain seated. Well, I can't. This game doesn't have a sit button. I don't like that. I don't like that. Yes.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff.
The flares will keep the bastards away.
Okay, but I'm gonna keep a flashlight if it's all the same to you. Kid stuff.
You can see them too?
Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but
let's move.
Ha ha ha!
Gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake. You better keep up. Hear that? It's them.
Shoot him.
Monster!
Are you freaking kidding me? Ugh. This guy is a terrible shot. Shoot him! Did I just kill that guy with my flashlight?
Lover's Peak. Right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Oh, great.
Yeah, no can do.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun.
No time for back talk. Pull them off, damn it. A little longer. Scare them off. Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us.
I'm trying. If you would just turn around and shoot even just one bullet.
Just a little longer. I almost got it. Okay, it's open. Move it or lose it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this guy. Not only is he a jerk, but he can't aim a gun.
Oh, you feeling better now, Wake? All cozy and safe.
So, Andrew, if you're still here, answer this for me. Alan wrote the world that
They'll be on us soon.
they exist in right now. Did he create the kidnapping subplot and make the kidnapper just a random guy that he saw on the ferry on their way here? Did he basically write this guy as a villain, and so this guy became a villain? I'm amazed with how little of the story I remember. Like, okay. That would make more sense.
This is it, Wake. The last stand. There's more players here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
It would make sense why he's like
Get with the program, Wake.
very stereotyped, you know? actually hit things. Amazing.
This is a piece of cake, Wake.
Oh. Oh. Just kill him. Just kill him. Just kill him. Nice. You suck.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her mouth. No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move. On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now.
Everything points to everything that's happened being of his own creation. Because like the way Alice had described the darkness to him before, like her fear of the dark, that's pretty much how this darkness entity is. Very interesting. I don't think I was supposed to do that. I saw it at the last second.
Rusty warned me about these traps. It hurt me.
I thought it was a manuscript page. Tricky game. I couldn't stop it. That was good. That was good. See, it looked like a manuscript page, and I was sprinting towards it, and then by the time I saw, I tried to stop, but it was too late. Alright, so this is the way I came from. I'm hoping this episode ends soon because I am getting to where I should call it. But I'm going to try to finish the episode. Unless if my view count goes to 0, then I might just call it because this has been a pretty long stream. I appreciate it, Kolov.
Sarah didn't care about the legal threats Wake's agent had made. She let Wake go without argument, because there was something about him she couldn't quite put her finger on, something that reminded her of her father. She didn't think Wake would hurt his wife. Then she thought about the way he waded into Hartman, that hair-trigger rage flaring up without warning.
Kind of embarrassing that that took 2 shots at point blank. Ooh. Okay. Probably trying to sneak around me. Oof. So some of these only take 2 shots to kill, but most of them are taking 3. What the hell? Yeah, what the hell? What's your question, Kolov? The shooting in this game isn't bad. It's not great, but I think it is exactly what this game needed it to be. If that makes sense. No, 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 no. Ha! Let's listen to that.
The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the wood, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
I love this page. Just, that's when I heard the chainsaw. I love that line. Ooh, hunting rifle, let's go. Like, what a clever way, because this game has been teaching us. The manuscript pages are prophetic. And we read that page, and now I'm going through this level thinking, there's going to be a chainsaw. Oh man, that's so good. Cool love, that's really up to you guys. You guys need to have a conversation about it.
It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen down, but it was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
Is this the same plane that we saw on the ferry? I think it's a different color, but it's the same kind of plane. Right? I think I get it. I think I get it. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. I was overcomplicating it. Well, Kolov, I'm probably not the person you should be having this conversation with, but your child will grow up to make their own decisions. So maybe what's important for your household is to talk about what both of you believe. They don't have to believe what their parents believe, but let them choose for themselves, you know? I personally was raised in a Christian home, and I am myself Christian, but I do believe that even though it is part of my beliefs to share what I believe in, I also acknowledge that it's not my place to decide for anybody. People have to ultimately decide for themselves. Even kids. Just present them all the information and who knows? Maybe that was a terrible answer. I don't know. Well, I'm also a video game streamer who did not think he was going to be getting into philosophical conversations tonight. So. I didn't realize how low on ammo I was until I just realized how low on ammo I am. So I'm gonna run. That was a dodge. I don't know, I've got to get the... Get away from me, I've got to get my thermos. I wonder if this is the chainsaw part. Thank God that worked. Oh, my stupid goo. Like my pappy once said, only kill someone if they take more than $11.92. What an interesting specific saying.
The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around. When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified.
Interesting description. Well, Anna and I finally started Stranger Things, and it's been all right. Been enjoying it. Yeah, it's spooky time. Gotta watch a spooky show. Been watching a lot of Malcolm in the Middle. I'm really enjoying that. Next checkpoint I reach, I'm probably gonna end the stream. Was that a load-bearing goo pile? This gun. Yay, ammo. Checkpoint reached. All right. Finally, that's what we're going to call the stream. Thanks everybody who watched. We will be picking this up tomorrow, probably 7 o'clock Central Time. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am right now. It really does feel like I'm playing it for the first time all over again, and that's astounding to me. So, I hope to see you guys back here tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in for so long, Koloff. I really appreciated the company. These streams are kind of hit and miss sometimes, and it's nice to have somebody to keep the conversation going. I'm really glad you're enjoying it, Kolov. We will likely beat it before the week is up. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this, tell your friends. Tell anybody you think might be into this segment. I'm really wanting to do these as much as we can. I enjoy doing them, so I hope you guys enjoy watching them. Hope you guys have a great rest of your evening and a great Tuesday. I will see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock Central Time. Bye, guys.